Alright, the 2 Goldwings is fixing to get traded for something very special. Y'all gonna laugh when I get it. I know y'all are, but some of y'all might like it. So these are the last of the 2 older Goldwings, the 87 and the 84. So we're taking them over to Success, Arkansas to trade them for something a little special. So it'll be quite the sight. So y'all just have your popcorn ready. I get a lot of views. Y'all check this out. Nissan trike. Suzuki Nissan trike. And thing's been sitting for a while. Motor might not be locked up, but we're gonna take it off this gentleman's hands. Does the tail light go with it?
Yeah.
I think it's some kind of 78 Suzuki or something. Trading for the Goldwings over there, so. So we're gonna get it loaded up.
Alright.
Ready?
No. That's gonna take it. This one have brakes on it?
Yeah.
Kinda.
It's got a 1-wheel brake. You're gonna have to cut that way some, bro. No, the other way. Ready?
Right brake.
Right there. I will put a piece of wood under that kickstand because it's probably going to fall in the ground. I got a box of parts too. A whole bunch of stuff. That's actually off that bike. Those. Here. The title to it is in that bottom box.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't let that title get.
Yeah, I'll take it inside.
Yeah. That's the back seat that goes to that one.
Okay.
The backrest thing.
Yeah.
Guess I can back up to it. Man, these mosquitoes are bad out here. So we're trading the 2 Goldwings for this thing. It looked better in the pictures, but I might be able to do something with it. I've had those Goldwings on Marketplace for a while. Nobody didn't want to buy them. I tried to just give them away, basically. So maybe they can do something with it and we'll get some kind of half-ass project that we can play with. I think he said his father-in-law or something is like 80 years old or something. I don't know. So, but anyway, we'll get it loaded up. We'll get it back. See what we can do with it. All right. Right there. What ramps are we gonna use? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll probably pull it and then just split in half. Just hook it to the handlebars.
Yeah.
Hook it to this makeshift trailer hitch.
Look it right here.
No. You can hook it around the axle. Will it go back? You're gonna have to go up under. I will go up under the yeah. God.
A lot of people don't even know who he is.
Oh. Oh. All right. We can put the back seat in the back of the truck.
Hey, you better take your people 62 off there.
What, these?
Let's put the whole thing in the back.
Yeah, let's just flip it upside down. Yeah, let's just flip it upside down in the truck. It'll be all right.
So I'm assuming they were doing burnouts with it, and that's what happened to that tire. Oh yeah. Like it ran at some point.
Oh.
What's your intention?
Huh?
What's your intention, really?
Now that I see it in person, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Ah. Might do something with it. Let the tailgate down slick. Damn. The mosquitoes love them tires. Seats loaded. It might be in gear. I mean park. Ah, shoot. Try not to damage it. It's a one of a kind. Transmission work. The steering, I think, is hung up. Might need some WD-40 on this here steering. You might need that center board. What was this for? Power lines? Yeah, from up here it looks good. You get back there, you're like, ah. She's a beaut, Clark.
Sure.
Right there. Huh? The mosquitoes? How far back you gonna go? Okay.
Weights right there.
Yeah, what weight's left? Don't want to break these turn signals.
What is this?
I guess I'll put it right here. That's the alarm system. Don't you wreck my alarm system.
Someone tries to steal it?
Don't start snatching.
Steal it?
Don't start snatching stuff off of it for your personal gain.
I like how the exhaust is with that's my favorite.
With hose clamps.
Rubber PVC. What is it?
They got some hose clamps.
Wow, okay. Alright.
I'm gonna start right here and build all the way back. That's the breather tube.
Yeah, breather for nothing.
I wonder will this blow off. It might. Be like the Goldwing.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Dude was like, oh yeah, everything on is tight. We lost the tank cover. Yeah, everything's tight. Mosquito tires of death. Well, I hope he gets it going though.
Yeah.
I know that one runs. That other one, the Goldwing, if you get that motor freed up, it'll be a runner.
Yeah, I hope I get this thing. Okay.
Hey man, it'll be going by the end of the night.
be on back to this trailer. He falls off on the way home.
I thought that was where we were taking it to. Yeah.
Handlebar's cracked.
Huh?
Handlebar's cracked.
They're cracked?
Yeah.
The handlebars?
Yeah. Weird. Oh, nice.
Oh, nothing the welder couldn't fix.
I think that's the least of your worries. Probably the tie rod off the truck.
Yeah, it's gonna be some boos on the way home. Boo! Get pulled over by the sheriff. Get this shit off my highway.
Losing pieces.
Oh, they got the transmission cooler back here.
Oh, it's bolted to the piece of plywood?
Yeah.
I like this more than the Goldwing, though.
Yep, because you're gonna be the one to test it out. Oh, gotcha. So we got this thing to the house and we found out the engine is locked. It does turn just a little bit. So we're gonna pull the oil pan off of it. It's got a little bit of up. So we don't know if it's spun a bearing or it's got rust in the cylinders. Apparently they had already put transmission fluid or something in the cylinders, so it's been sitting like that. So we're going to attempt to get it off the trailer and let it roll off in there. So Mr. Travis is going to do it. And here we go. Are you ready, sir?
Ready.
Now you guys, we're professionals, so don't try this at home, especially when you have no brakes. That's a long ride. Who's gonna get on it? Me? Man, hell no. You're gonna miss something. I knew it was gonna miss that board. Hung up on the oil pan.
Nah, transmission. Transmission right here. See how long power?
Yeah. It's hung up. There's a bar right here. that we can jack it up and turn it.
Look at the front forks. Look at the front forks.
That's the way I like it. We take the, what do you want to pull the oil pan out there? Right here? Or push the inside? I say push the inside.
I'll do that.
So here it is, finally here in the shop. Quite a adventure to go get this thing, but we got it here. Thanks to Travis, giving me a hand with this. Pretty sure you've seen him in the video. So me and him got to messing with it, and the engine is locked up. So I don't know if it's locked up. I don't know if it's locked up in the bottom end or the top end, but they had put some transmission fluid in all the cylinders, and this thing only turned like probably half an inch. So we were going to pull the oil pan off of it to see maybe it spun a rod bearing. By looking at the tires, I don't know if they were driving it with these tires and they blew out, or they were doing burnouts. If you look at this one, it's very slick and down to the metal, so they might have been doing burnouts. Maybe the motor got locked up and they parked it. But the guy we got it from, I don't know, I might have mentioned it in the video, he did. Yeah, his uncle, I think, uncle, father-in-law, can't remember. So they bought it from somebody else, and they tried to get it to turn, and it only turned a little bit, and it just set. So the gas that's in the tank is not that bad. It's got something in there. It's not really rusty. Gas don't smell too bad. It's got a trailer hitch that's halfway weld on. Look at that. That's just ripping the metal right out of it. So this is the automatic shifter. Shift the transmission. It's got the front brake here. It's going to be a master cylinder. And look at these tie rods here. I don't know what these came out. Look like they're just tie rod ends. They welded them to some pipes. I mean, the guy they got it from was very creative. It's got look like some Chevy square body mirrors. Plexiglass, and all this is going down to some more tie rod ends, to some look like dirt bike handlebars. It's got a little crack right there. And this is some kind of Suzuki, I believe, front end. Look like from a GS, maybe a GS 550, 750. It's an early 70s model, I guess. I don't know if these are the original turn signals. No, probably not. Looked like it had some kind of alarm on there or something. Kind of looks like an old Model T radiator shroud, but all of this has been made up. It's got fresh. Get the top off. It's got fresh antifreeze all the way up to the top, which is good. That means it didn't run hot. We took the belt off. The water pump turns. Alternator turns. It's got a single barrel carburetor. They probably had one of those little chrome breathers on it. The exhaust, straight pipe from the manifold all the way to the back. It's got the Nissan 6-lug rear end in it. Automatic transmission. It's got a short drive shaft. And this is just some kind of van seat that's just sitting on there. So it's got, looks like a brake switch. There's a brake pedal, flasher stack. So it was all hooked up. But if we can just get the engine to turn over, maybe we can get it to run. Hopefully. So what I'm going to do is pull the oil pan off, drain the oil, make sure there's no metal fatigue. If we see any metal shavings, then we know it's spot a bearing. We could get an inspection camera and stick it in the plug holes, but they're full of transmission fluid, so you won't be able to see nothing. It's got oil in it. Oil's not that bad. It's full. It's got an electric fuel pump. It's on this bar here. This bar was actually like that. And it's got the manual pump still on it, so it don't work. Coil, fuse box, that ain't hooked up. So, main thing is getting it to turn over. So, got some tires for it. Those are baloney skins. These are Nissan 6-lug tires. They actually was the original tires that came on the Nissan King Cab truck. You can go back and watch that video from a while back. Those are the original tires. Picked them up from Harold. And they're dry rotted, but they hold air. They were actually brand new tires, but that truck set up for a long time. So at least we can put them on there and get it to roll. Another thing about it, it don't steer. There's something going on with the steering. It's either going to be in the steering stem up here. I don't know why they globbed all this. They globbed all this bundle there, I guess, to cover the hole of the tank bolted. But it's either going to be frozen there or back there. So that's something we need to address, because it barely steers. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the tires on here. Loosen the roll. And we'll go ahead and drop this oil pan real fast and see if we see anything strange in the bottom end. If we don't see nothing there, then we know it's in the top. Now another thing that Travis mentioned, that it could be the timing chain. The timing chain could have jumped and it's all wrapped up inside of the timing cover, not letting it turn over. You have to pull the water pump off. Well, yeah, you have to pull the water pump off, get to the timing chain. But I would rather drop the oil pan and check there first, and then if we see there's nothing wrong there, then we know it's either going to be top or in the front, timing chain, or in the cylinders. So I'm going to go ahead and get it jacked up, get this oil pan off. We'll take a look and see. got the tires on it now. At least it is rollable. No more flats. This thing's pretty, kind of light. Glad to get some tires that's aired up. It's even got the leaf springs up under it. So maybe we can hook the S10 truck bed trailer to it. That'll be a sight, huh? But this will have to be welded. So I'm gonna move on and get it jacked up, get the oil pan off, see if we can find out something. Alright, let's drain the oil out this thing and see what comes out. Water came out first, so that tells me I know it's probably raining down the carburetor with no breather on it. But we'll let it drain completely, and then we'll rip the oil pan off. Rip the oil pan off and see what's going on. Hopefully it's not locked up in the bottom end. Yeah, it's definitely water. Well, I don't know if y'all can see up there, but the cylinders look real good at the bottom. I don't see any broken piston sleeves. The oil was just black. It did have some watery stuff in it. There was a lot of sludge at the bottom of the oil pan. The timing chain looks to be still connected. It's got all kind of stuff dripping. Trying to shine the light up there, camera up there, but I'm gonna start taking some of these rods loose and see if we can get some of these pistons to move. Looks like that's number 1. That'll be 2, 3, and 4. Like I said, I don't really see any damage. So I'm gonna take some of these rods loose. I got the starter out. You can see the flywheel. Looks like the starter's been kind of grinding on it a little bit. It probably when they was trying to crank it and the teeth were grinding. But I'm gonna get some of these rods loose and then we'll see which piston move. Alright, so let's take these rod caps loose and just see if we can get one of these pistons to go up. Hopefully we can. Look like all of them are almost down. I'm gonna start with, I guess I'll start with this one here. That is the wrong size. That is half inch, 13 out of 14. Oop. you get them to move, should be able to just tap on the bottom of the rod, and that should tell us if it's going to move or not. It shouldn't have to. Well, that ain't gonna work because the stud comes out of it, so I guess we're gonna have to take the cap all the way off. Huh. That bearing there looks real good. I don't know if you can see that. I don't see any scars on there. We want to put them back on the way they came off. It looks like the numbers is facing me. So that one looks good though. Let's see. Well, it's kind of hard to see if the piston. Well, I can stick a long socket up there. Hope I don't get squirted with TV blaster. See that moving at all. Let's see. That one they move. You don't want to tap where the caps meet each other because you'll mess up that surface. I'm trying to get the piston somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Super up some. That one moving. That one's definitely stuck. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. That's number 3. So we know that one's stuck. I'm trying to keep them all lined up. Let's try 4. It looks clean in there though, but I bet you it's just rained down the carburetor. Froze up. Something to tap with. Actually, he's got the number 4 on each side of the rod cap, so the 4's got to be facing forward. At least we can see what the bearings look like. That one looks good too. That one don't have no markings or nothing in it. That's number 4. Let's see what this piston moves. Crank looks good too. Man, that piston didn't move either. Actually, that piston did move. That piston moved a little bit. So number 4 is moving. So I'm just gonna leave it loose. We know number 4 moved. Number 3 don't move. Let me see if I can get another hit at it at a different angle. Number 4 moves. Number 3 don't. Let's try number 2. Good thing all of them are down. Well, that's a bad thing really, because the water just sits on top of the pistons. Okay. Number 2. That bearing looks good. I don't see any metal shavings in it. Number 2. So let's see what. Man, that cylinder looks good. Let's see what number 2 moves. Probably gonna end up taking the head off of it. Not my personal choice, but hope not. I think that will move because I see slacking the crank. Slacking on top of the bearing. I mean, I think number 2 is good. I just don't want to be blasted with PV blaster. Let me see if I can loosen the spark plug a little bit. That's gonna be ugly. Let me see, can I make it go up a little bit more? Moved up some. I wonder, can we turn it? I got the ratchet on there. Can we turn it a little bit? Well, the crank is starting to turn. Look at that. I'm thinking it's just number 3 that's stuck. I think there's no. Yeah, number 3. That's the one that's it won't budge. So let me try number 1. And probably have to pull the head off, clean the cylinder out. Alright, number 1, here we go. That stuff dripping everywhere. Okay, here's number 1. Bearing looks good. It's got a little small junk in there, but that's probably just dirt from sludge. Okay, let's see what number 1 piston go up. Look like I see some rusty water running down. Oh, can't get it. Alright, let's see what number 1 does. get a longer extension. Put on there. Let's see this piston right here. Number one's moving. So it's gotta be number 3. Number 3 is the one that's not moving at all. That's the one, I think the plug was loose and it fell out on the trailer. It was real loose. It's number 3, because now we got the crankshaft. Now we got the crankshaft loose. We should be able to go back and forth. I don't see any metal fatigue on the rod bearings. So I think it was good. Press on right click. Let's see if I can turn the crankshaft. Look at that. So number 3 is the culprit. Number 3 piston is stuck. So I'm barely wiggling the crank. I mean, the crank looks good. I don't see any marks on it. So something is in number 3. Probably rust on top of the piston. Maybe that valve was open. And water went down the carburetor right on top of the piston. Because the rest of the motor looks, you can see it there, I'm trying to hold the light. The rest of it looks clean. The crank looks clean. So, I'm going to work with this number 3, which is right here. Try and get it freed up. It's got some PB blaster and transmission fluid in there. Might have to put some Marvin's mystery oil on top of that. We'll play with that. Try and get number 3 piston free. I'm just gonna let it soak, and hopefully we can get it freed up and be able to get it running to where we might can drive this thing, see what it's all about. But there's no metal shavings that I see in the oil pan. It's kind of dark, but really it's just in the cylinder. So we'll let it soak for a couple days, and we'll get back to it. So I did get the piston, number 3 piston, to move a little bit, and I was going to stick like a extension down the plug hole and see if I can get the piston to go down, but I don't want to mess up the top of that piston. So what I did, I took a turkey baster and I got out all the old transmission fluid and PB blaster out that plug hole, and I put some Marvel's mystery oil in there. So maybe that'll free it up. If not, then we'll just have to pull the head off, see what's up with that cylinder. So, but like I said, we'll just let it sit for a couple days, and with the Marvel's mystery oil, and hopefully we can get it freed up, put the rod caps back on, because it's number 3 for sure, and we'll work with that. So let's just let it do its thing, let it soak, and y'all just be looking forward to see hopefully this thing on the road too. These projects are piling up. But I gotta keep y'all occupied with the channel and all, so we'll keep plugging away, see what we can dig up and throw in the project pile. So, alright, that's it for now. So good news, good news. I did get the engine to turn and set overnight. What I did was I took a long pry bar, and since you can get to the flywheel real easy, I put it right on the flywheel teeth. I didn't break nothing. Tapped on it, and should turn over now. So it turns over. I haven't turned it all the way over, but I just wanted to show it does move. So on top of that, I did go up under the bottom and I sprayed up with some PB Blaster. I kept spraying up, trying to get it to go up the cylinder around the bottom part of the sleeve, and then that's when I hit it with the flywheel. So let's just see what it turn all the way over. Let me get a ratchet. Hopefully I don't get sprayed again. I got sprayed last night with some transmission fluid. I'll try and wheel it over slow, and I get the drain pan to catch, because I know it's going to be something coming out. Get the ratchet. Alright, got the ratchet. So next I'll have to order an oil pan gasket, because I messed it up getting the oil pan off. But hey, as long as it turns over, that's all we need to know. We can handle the oil pan gasket. So let's see, can we get it the rotor. There we go. Look at the water coming out of it. I don't know if you've seen that. That one cylinder's got a bunch of water coming out. Move these paper towels. I mean, it's got a lot of water coming out of there. I don't want my camera to get sprayed, so that would suck. It's got a mix of water, PB Blaster, and transmission fluid. So whatever so that's where it gets stuck at. So it's still got some rust on that cylinder. Let's see, can I back it up some? Just pushing water out of there, right out of the cylinder. Especially this back one. So this engine just set and filled up with a bunch of water. Whoa! Ratchet cylinder. Sorry about that. So I'm going backwards now. It gets stuck right there. So it's got some rust right at the top of the cylinder. I'm probably gonna have to ratchet keeps slipping. Probably gonna have to let it soak again now that we got the piston to move. Right there where it gets stuck. I don't know if the piston is down. Let's see, can I see it moving in the sparkling hole? Look like it's going down. So it's like right when it gets to the top of the cylinder, look at the water coming out of there. Right there, piston gets up, stops. I could hook the starter up and just kind of, oh man, it got stuck. See, it got stuck now. There it goes. Could hook the starter up and whirl it over, but I don't want to break the rings. Really need to get some of that water out of that cylinder though, because it done filled up on top of the transmission fluid and all the other stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see can I get I messed up my turkey baster I had. So I'm gonna see can I get some of that fluid out that hole and get some fresh stuff in there, and then fill it back up and let it soak again, and maybe we can get it to turn all the way over. Really just need to clean out all these spark plug holes and get that water and liquid out of there. Start over. So I hooked up my brake bleeder. I'm just sucking all the stuff out of that spark plug hole. Look at all that rust. I want to get it all that out and then just start over. It's got a lot of, look at that stuff. That is nasty. A lot of rust. What they did, now the pictures I seen on Marketplace, they didn't have the hood on it, so they probably put transmission fluid in it and then left the hood off, and it just continued to rain in that carburetor. Let me get over here. It must be stopping up my, I think the rust and stopped up my hose. Probably have. Yeah, that ain't nothing but rusty water. Big chunks of rust. Just a little patience. Sometimes you can get these engines to free up without having to pull them down. Which, I mean, it's not a big deal. But then you gotta get more parts. Look at all the rust coming through there. I think it's stopped up. Oh, yeah, stopped up right there. Oh yeah, big chunks. That's exactly what's in there. Is big chunks of rust. Yeah, that's all stopped up. So that's what's in them cylinders. It's trash, rust. There we go. Now whether it's gonna smoke like the valve seals or rings, that's a different story. Look at that. Pure rust and old fluid. Number 4, I think. A lot of garbage. Little brake bleeder comes in handy for something. Let's see if I can see in there. The valve is open. Let's put some more Datsun TD blaster. That's empty. Got another thing somewhere. This one is brand new can. Oh, here it is. Alright, let's try it now, see what it does. I can do it better while holding the camera. It's got smoke coming out of the hose. TD blaster must work like acid on that rust. That's where it stops, right there. See the rotor button turning, so I'm just just gonna have to work past that rust. Don't really want to hook the starter up just yet because it'll break a ring or something. I want to just kind of, so can you work past it? It's definitely number 3. Got some severe rust in that one spot, so I'm probably gonna have to let it soak again. Now that we got it to change positions, it's trying to go past it though. It's trying to go past it, but it just won't let it. But it's doing way better than what it was at first. First it wasn't turning at all. It had just one little, like a smidget of a turn. So I can almost go all the way around. It gets there and it stops. Now it could be one of the other cylinders that's got a bad spot, because this is, I think this is well, that's 3, so that's 4. 4 had a lot of rusty water come out. So we ain't out of the ballpark yet, but we are moving that direction though. Right there, hangs up. Another thing we got to do is get all this wiring straight. It's got so much stuff rigged up on it. Alternator. I mean, look at that rusty water coming out of there. The TV blaster. So we know that piston was all the way up. So number 4 is good. You see it going all the way up and spitting out the hole. Pretty much it's going up and down like it's supposed to. So we just gotta work on them. I could kind of pick up on the flywheel. It won't go past the spot. So what I'm gonna do, again, I'm just gonna let it sit and soak again, and we'll just make a second half of this project. So I got some other stuff to do, and we'll just let it sit. And I wish it would turn all the way over. If not, get past that spot. Like I said, I don't want to damage the rings, mess the cylinder walls up. start taking crankshaft on it. Let's look at that. Sometimes you, oh, spit PV blaster at me. Let me put a rag or something up there. I think it's trying to go past it. Ooh, I'm glad that didn't fall off in the what's going on out there? It's either a cop car or sounds like a cop car. That ain't good. I think it's trying to go past. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might have a winter chicken dinner. I think. Man, that alternator puller is tearing my hand up. Going. Starting to spit out nasty stuff. I think we might be past it. Ew. There ain't nothing but water. I need to cover these other plug holes up before I really get sprayed. Last night I took the crankshaft loose, except for that number 3. Went to spin it over while I was laying up under it. Got a shower of some liquids. Just trying. I hear the rust too. It don't. You can hear it. It's past it now. It's kind of working back and forth a little bit. Hopefully we have compression on this cylinder. Kind of working back. Turn over now. Man, it's just puking out. Puking out water. Let's put the ratchet on there and then we can go all the way around. There we go. It's free now. Got any compression? No. Let's see about this other one. Can't spin it over fast enough. I wonder can I see the valve moving? Well, it's moving, so it ain't locked up no more. But like I say, we don't know if we got compression, so still let it sit. if I hook the starter up, kind of bump it over, it shouldn't hurt it because not sure if it's still built compression with the oil pan on, but I gotta get an oil pan gasket anyway. So I'll just let it sit, let it soak some more, because I bet you the rings are stuck. And I get an oil pan gasket, and we'll put the starter on it, whirl it over, see what kind of compression we got. And then we got compression, we move on with fire, with the ignition system, and hopefully we get this thing running. So again, y'all just hang tight, hang in there, and y'all be the first one.